All right, so we're looking at 4.1 today, percentages. All right, this first one, and remember, don't copy down these numbers. I'll write it over in the notes. So you take out $18,500 car loan, 8.4% APR. What's the monthly interest rate? So let's go ahead and switch to the notes. So we're going to look at taking out a $14,500 car loan at 10.8% annual percentage rate. So APR, annual percentage rate. What is the monthly? All right, so what is the monthly or periodic interest rate? So that 10% or 10.8% is annual. So you want to know monthly divided by 12, and that's 0.9%. All right, problems with that?
No, I feel like it was this one. 4.1 was actually pretty easy. I did it last night, and I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
Not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Not bad, but still, easier than I think rates.
Mm-hmm.
The last one we did last class, I felt this section was easier for me versus the last one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Or your level of understanding is growing so much that everything from this point forward is just going to be that much more easier.
God, I hope so. Yeah, no, I hope so. I mean, I caught up with the homework and I just need to do the Excel assignments, but still, I'm trying to do what you said, the repetition and stuff, but it's hard for me because I don't like it. You know what I mean? I'm not like, oh, yeah, but still, I'm trying to. But
yep, that's most people's challenge because they really don't want to do it.
Right.
But they don't have a choice.
Yeah, I don't have a choice at this point, so it's kind of like I think I should try to do it. You know what I mean?
Right. So right here it says B asked you basically to interpret what the 0.9% was. So that's just the interest charge per month. So that's all it's asking for B. Let's see what C is. I gotta write that better. So C says how much interest is charged per month. So what you do is take that 0.9% and multiply it times the 14,500. And if you're going to multiply with a percentage, don't forget, convert it to a decimal. That means you'll move your decimal 2 places to the left in order to do so. So as a decimal, their 0.9% is 0.009.
Question, or we can do like 0.9% times 100, which would give us then right? Which would
Divided by 100.
Okay, if we divided it by 100.
Yep, that's the same thing. Yep. Yeah, moving your decimal 2 places to the left or dividing by 100, yeah, will give you the same result. So $130.50. All right, questions on that one before we look at the next one?
Pretty good.
So hold on, coming back, that was 1. This is 2. Oh, no problem, not a problem at all. All right, so they give us a setup that they want you to practice using. This one's kind of straightforward. I probably should have chosen another one, but that's all good. So part over whole. In this case, they gave you the part and they gave you the whole. Sometimes the part is referenced to amount and the whole is referenced to as your base. You know, some of you may have seen that already. So if you already know that language or that process, feel free to lean on that. It's the same thing. P being percent, you know, they would call this P, call this one A, and call this one B. And I'm just, like I said, if that was your terminology before this class and you remember that relationship, then feel free to still use that. It's the same thing. So we're setting up our proportions. We've done proportions before. This time we're just dealing with it using your what's it called, percentages. So we just go ahead and set it up. Part is 25, whole is 50, the percent is unknown, and you always place your percent over 100. You can cross multiply, or since the 100 is down there, we can just multiply both sides by 100. Either way, you'll get the same result. This 100 will cancel. Leaving you with just P on the right. And then we should have 50 on the left. So that'd be 50%. So let's look at this next one. Any Lakers fans? Any Lakers fans?
Yes, it's so weird you said that because I was just thinking about it. I'm from Los Angeles, and I just moved to, Virginia probably
Mhm.
about 3 years ago due to military, and I'm just dying. I'm just like, oh man.
Okay, so now I'm a Lakers fan too. So were you upset last game?
Huh? Say again.
I said I'm a Lakers fan as well. I said, all right, now were you upset last game?
When they didn't win?
Yeah.
I kind of figured that. I always feel like they always go on to like, the other team will get like, 2 or 3 in as well. So it
Hmm.
makes it a little bit tougher, I guess. You know what I mean? More exciting because it's like, who's gonna get it kind of thing.
Right, right, right.
I'm not like one of those fans that's like, oh my God, and they get so upset and stuff like that. But I was just excited because, Kobe and stuff like that.
Right, right, right.
I got to see him play like twice. It was just,
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool.
yeah, dude. So that was an experience for me, but definitely sad though at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, damn, like I wish we could have gone when he was playing, but
Right.
that team was such garbage when he was playing with it. It was so bad. But yeah, I'm excited for LA and stuff, but I mean, I'm not there, which sucks. But like, Virginia's definitely different. I will say that. It's just
Yes.
East West Coast.
You are
Yes. Yay, somebody else is here. Ethan, you're with me. Yes.
I've been in Virginia all my life, and I cannot wait to get out of this state.
Oh, well,
Very different.
yeah, I understand. I've been there all my life too, and I understand.
Really? I like seeing how different, states and stuff like that are and
Mhm.
how different it is. But I don't know. It's just like really calm and quiet over here. It's weird. I don't know. And then you go over there, it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I went to Grassfield High School, so over there it's really upbeat and moving around. Where
Right. I don't hear.
right now,
Mhm.
it's my mall's closing down, places that are shut down.
Everything.
Yeah. So my older sister gets pissed at any part, at any time we say, oh, we can't wait to leave Virginia. Me and my younger sister, the exact same thing. We don't want to be here. My older sister is like, I can't wait until my contract is up so then I can move back down to see you guys. And we're like, yeah, okay, have fun with that. We won't be here.
I feel you, Ethan. I feel it. Traveling is definitely needed for everybody, I think. Just period right now,
Yeah, yeah,
Get away for like a freaking day or two. Like,
right.
My work is my vacation.
really? I mean, well, I guess kind of because there's not much else you can do. So it's like,
I'm a glorified babysitter.
oh my God, no, I would hate it. I would hate it. So I give you props for that, Ethan, because
Yeah, I just came off of a 29-hour shift, so.
I feel
Wow.
it. Okay, sorry, we totally like got off.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. The rest of the class.
We're from Lakers to babysitting, but all right. So, of the 174 people attending a movie theater, 166 bought buttered popcorn. What percent bought buttered popcorn? So, our percent part is the part we don't know. Then we know that out of the 174, we had 174 people in total. 166 of them bought the buttered popcorn. So the whole or the total number would be your bottle number, and then the 166, which is part of the 174, is going to be your top number.
So do you just times that by 102?
Yep. If you don't want to lean on that, just like before, you can always cross multiplication. Once you have your fraction set up, that's always an option. But if you see that you can just multiply by 100, then that's fine as well. Just all about what flow you're in at the moment.
Hey, you're in the wrong house, honey.
So let's see, 166 divided by 174 times 100. It's 95.4%. All right, questions before we look at the next one?
I'm good.
All right. Is that 4.2? Yes, it is. All right. Just going through my stuff, making sure I'm not missing a problem before I continue on. Let me make that a little closer. All right. So they kept trying to emphasize proportions. So I already showed you that way. If you wanted to use is over of, in other words, another way of doing this is percent over 100 is equal to is over of. So they set it up like this. Whatever number is closest to is, your percent is always your percent. So place that number over 100, but then the other numbers, whatever number is closest to is, will go on top. Whatever number is closest to of will go on bottom. So 168 is connected to is. Notice we have what percent is right here. And then of is 480. All right. So that would be your percent over 100 is equal to 168 over 480. Another way of setting this up, if you didn't want to use proportions and you want to use an equation, you can set it up as an equation. You got 168 is, which is your equal sign, what percent is P of mathematics, of in mathematics means multiplication, and then that's 480. So that's another way of doing it. Either way, you still get the same result. So over here in this left one, I will multiply both sides by 100. So these are canceled, leaving me with just P on the left. And 168 divided by 480 times 100. And that'll be 35%. Then on this other side, divide both sides by 480. That should be just 0.35. And so you see that over here, though, when you use the equation, if you want to convert it to a percentage, you have to multiply it by 100. So in order to, take it to that 35%. So it just depends on which one you want to use. like I said, that one's already in percentage.
Yeah, I felt like this section was way easier. I don't know if it was like less wordier or what. I don't know.
Right. Well, you just never know because sometimes it might be you. Certain things that just flow better with you and how you're reading and everything like that.
Right.
You know, everybody sees things a little differently, so you just never know what's easiest for some and not necessarily easier for others.
Right.
This amount. All right. Sue earns $500 per week and has 27% of this amount withheld for taxes, Social Security, and Medicare. Find the amount withheld. All right. So we want to know how much is withheld from her weekly earnings. So we're doing our proportion. That's 27 over 100. Now you have 500 a week. So you're talking about 500 being your total. And we want to know what's 27% of the 500.
So would you put the 500 below?
Mm-hmm. All right. And once again, once you have your two ratios set equal to each other, you can cross multiply, or in this case, multiply both sides by 500. Just up to you, which way you want to roll. All right. And divide by 100. $135. All right. Questions on 4.1. I was looking at my other one. My other one's pretty much the same as that one. So we can go ahead and go to 4.2. Questions before I move on. Make sure we're all right. All right. So now we're going to part to part. Let's see. We got 4.3 and 4.4. Okay, so we have two more sections after this. So let's go 4.2. Waiting for my stuff to respond. Here we go. So do a few problems here. Notice it's only 8 problems, so try not to do all your homework as always. Do about 2 or 3. So the annual carbon dioxide emissions 2012 by country is given by the table. Answers A through D. So have this chart right here. So we'll be leaning on that. All right, so 4.2 is called part to part. All right, so compute the part-to-part ratio of the United States to China and scale the second quantity to 100. So if you go to the chart, you got U.S. part is 5270.4. Once again, these numbers may be different in your chart, so.
Right.
So 5,270.4, 8,160.4. And we want to scale the second quantity to 100. So that means you're going to have X and then 100 here. So in other words, don't forget 2 is, what will go in between these. So you said US to China, second quantity to 100. And so we should be able to set up our proportions that way. Remember, whatever's in front of 2 is your numerator. And after 2 is your denominator. And that's our setup. Cross multiply, or, we multiply by 100, either way. Since we have this 100 down here, we can go ahead and multiply by 100. Cut back on steps. Once again, cross multiplying is not an issue. Just do that if that's what you feel comfortable with.
It's last, right? I'm dividing the 100 last, right? After I divide my first 2 numbers, then I divide that last, right?
Then you multiply.
Multiply. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And as always, make sure you check with my math lab as far as decimal places goes.
Yes, probably the biggest. That right there, yeah.
Is anyone else having trouble logging into my math lab?
Talking about right now or just in general?
Just right now, because I tried earlier this morning and it did not let me in.
Yeah, it's kind of funky for me too, but then it like let me in. I had to like, I don't know, click it a couple times, you know what I mean? And then it got me in, so I was like, okay.
Yeah, but I was just moving a little slow.
Yeah, because everyone.
Not sure if that's, if those situations are related or not. I mean, because I'm in right now, like, I just showed you guys, but it did move a little slow when I was trying to navigate through those windows. So it might be a little issue going on. Other one, this is actually CB is another interpret one. So this would be interpreted part ratio, 65% of the amount of China. Just saying the U.S. states were 65% of the amount China emitted. That's all. So this is about 65%. Just saying that the United States emitted 65% of what China emitted. So.
And that's when B.
Okay. Yeah, that's what B is. And these represent carbon dioxide levels. All right, where did C go? So same type of deal, compute the part to whole ratio of the US to the world and scale the second quantity to 100. So we had the US, which was parts. We're looking at the world, which is whole. So 5270.4, the world, 32, 310.3. Set up our ratio again. Says second quantity to 100. So multiply by 100. X is equal to 16.3. All right, questions before we look at the next one?
So far, no.
No, it seems pretty easy.
All right, that's always a good sign, always good things to hear. All right, so a store is having a clearance sale on winter gear due to global warming. They kind of made global warming sound like an event that's going to go away and come back with no problem.
Right.
With everything marked down 15%. The boots you have been wanting to buy are $65. Fill in the table to find their original price and the markdown. All right, so let's look at this table. We have markdown, new price, original price. All right, so let me see how this chart is working out. Look a little funky. All right, so markdown 15%, the boots. Okay, so we have a markdown of 15% in the original price. I don't like the way this chart is set up. Anyway, this is how they gave it to you. So we can find this piece first.
And I'm looking at it too, and I'm like, I don't like it because I tried to do it on my end too, and I was like, hang on.
Yeah, because see, if I were to set this price up, set this chart up, I would have put the original price all the way to the left. That would be your first column, your original
Yeah.
price. Then the markdown, then the new price. But they put it in reverse. So, but that's fine. So in order to find this middle piece right here, that's going to be $100, which is your original price, minus the markdown, which is 15, which will give you the new price, which is 85. All right. So, and if, hold on, what are we doing all this for? If everything's marked down 15%, the boots you have been wanting to buy are now $65. Why aren't we just multiplying times 0.15? Anyway, we'll see. Let's go. They just made this way harder than what it had to be. Okay, but all right. So anyway, so that's how you find that middle column for your second row. So, I'm gonna just do it according to what they have, but they're making this harder than what it has to be. So if you want to figure out these other two pieces, you can use your proportions. We have our new price of that top, which is 65. If I wanted to call this O, call this one M. I'll just do it this way. Let's find the original price. So that's 65 over O, and then that means for the other column, I use these two pieces, 85 over 100. Cross multiply. So that's 65 times 100 equal to 85 times O. Probably shouldn't use O since I'm using it with numbers. Excuse me. So let's call that P because I don't want that to get confused with a 0. Somebody might write 850 in their notes and go back to it, and it'll be a problem. So instead of original price, just put P for price. And so now we can solve. We have 6,500 equal to 85P divided by 85. P is equal to 77.38. Hold on, did I write this in wrong? 6,500 divided by 85. 6,500 divided by 85. Oh, I must have wrote a different number in the bottom. It should be 76.47. Sorry about that. Now, if I want to know the markdown, that's the original price. So don't forget what that number represents. Original price. So now if you go back, now we're looking for the markdown. So if I want to know the markdown, I would take my original price, 76.47, and subtract the $65. So you end up minusing 11.47. All right, questions?
No, just a little more trickier, but not as bad.
All right. Okay. About 3 or 4 of them that are like this problem right here. So this probably the last one because like I said, there's only 8 problems in this section.
Yeah, I think
Or like I said, there are like 2, 3, maybe even 4 of them that are just like this one. So
very cool. So I have a question for you. So with our study exam or our study guide and stuff, are we going to be able to obtain that sometime later this week? Or is it going to be more so into next week?
I understand you're still partying from the Lakers victory and all that stuff like that. You want to come into class late, but we talked about all that.
No way!
You were still trying to recover from your championship run last night.
Yeah, so right. I was trying to get my oatmeal off the stove. I was like, oh my God.
But yeah, I'm going to post it sometime, hopefully no later than midweek. Okay. And then, Monday will be that review day. So you'll have, all weekend. From the time I post it, all weekend to get your questions straight if you have them. Yeah. And if by some chance you don't have them, you don't have to show up to class. But if you just want to make sure you don't miss anything, then feel free to show. But Monday will only be for questions or review. In other words, right. I won't do anything new on Monday.
What Monday? Next Monday?
Yep. Because next Monday.
I'm listening, but I don't know what you guys said. I know she asked about the study guide, and then you said something about her recovering from the lake.
Well, see, y'all probably didn't notice because y'all probably not paying attention. Y'all okay, but she came in late. She came in like
Hey,
right after I finished explaining all that. That's when she came in.
I think I came in after too because I don't know what you were just talking about.
You said you came in late too.
I
Yeah.
must have because I didn't hear you say any of that stuff that you said. You said.
Well, it's possible you could have came in late too. But yeah, we're gonna have our review day on Monday, and then Wednesday is our test day.
Oh, Wednesday. Okay.
Yep, next Wednesday though,
Let's
not
go.
this one.
Okay.
Next Wednesday, right?
The 21st.
Mm-hmm.
I have a chemistry exam.
Wait, the 21st is next week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's coming, y'all. I mean, you know, so it's like right here. Like, that's all I've been thinking about. I'm like, oh my God. Because then we have to come on here and then it's proctored through here. And it's through my math lab.
Yes.
Or my-
What's gonna end up happening is that it's gonna be passed. You're probably gonna see the test
Okay.
before, or see the link or the option to click on the test
Right.
before test day. But if you
Right.
click on it, it's gonna ask you for a password. So you won't get that password until the day of the test.
Okay.
It's gonna be just like the stuff we've been going over.
Yes.
And it's in like the same formatting stuff.
Yeah, and once you see that test review, that will help you streamline. You'll know exactly what you're about to see, the type of problems you'll see. I'll say it like that. I won't say exactly like you, but the type of problems you'll see on the test, and you'll be able to streamline your thoughts.
Can we use the study guide on the midterm?
You can write down whatever you're gonna write down. You won't be able to go
Right.
in, because you can't come out of the test.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you can use notes.
Uh-huh.
I won't stop that. Some of you are gonna try anyway, so I might as well just embrace it.
Right? We're on the computer, like we're home, so it's like so different for you to try to not. I guess I don't know.
Well, that's why some instructors tell you from day one you have to have multiple devices up. You have to have one that's sitting on your face,
Really?
which is the one I require. You open up your Zoom so that I can see you, and then you have to have an actual one connected to the Zoom that's focusing on your hands, like whether it be a cell phone or something like that.
Yeah, for my practical in biology that's coming up, and I'm like, God damn it! Like you gotta screen my whole room, and then if I look a certain way, they're gonna think I'm cheating or something, and it's like, okay.
And then also some are making you do lockdown browsers.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I hate it.
It's so frustrating. I'm just like, oh, stop.
Yeah. So it's a lot of stuff out there. So I mean, it could be a lot worse, y'all. So.
Oh, definitely, yo. I'm like sweating for my practical. I'm like, are you kidding me? Because they're gonna be scanning my room, and then like, I look the wrong way. I'm cheating. Like, Jesus.
Right.
Actually, if you put Vaseline on your camera, tape it off.
But they can still see me.
No, because you put Vaseline on it, and it makes it look like your camera's broken. So then you just say that your camera's broken.
Well, now we're screwed because it's recorded. The Zoom's. I can't use it. I can't use that, Ethan. You should have messaged me. We're recording now. So, the whole TCC already heard it. They already know.
Yeah.
Yes, Miss Gallup. I know it.
I didn't learn that from myself. I learned it from my younger sister.
Damn. God,
yeah, but they still there are instructors out here that won't take that. They'll just say that you'll have to come back and take it, or somewhere get your camera fixed. In other words, like you know what I mean, like that. Yeah, trust me, it's some people out here that are really really big and strict on this whole cheating element.
Yeah, they were telling me if I didn't have a camera, I have to go to the library, and I'm like,
Yeah. And if you just need to set up another time to do it, then they'll do that. You know what I mean? They're not really bent on you. They're not using that as an excuse because of, the way technology is. It's so easy to videotape stuff. And people pull out their phones in a split second,
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty, most people aren't buying it. Say again?
I said such an interesting semester.
Yeah, it's an interesting time altogether,
Yeah, definitely.
My younger sister, her computer, something happened with her computer, and her teacher, it was during test that she had to record.
Hmm.
And basically her teacher gave her an automatic 0
I believe it.
for taking a sip of water.
Oh, yeah, well, because they probably think you're taking a sip of water and then looking at the answers you put on your wall. You know what I mean? Trust me, I know that sucks, but yeah.
All right, talking to y'all made me mess up. So,
All right,
no, it's all
like
good.
real class, you know, it's still like real class. Yeah.
It's all good. Compute the total cost per year. So that's the key word in the initial set of directions. We're talking about per year of the following pair of expenses. Then complete the sentence. On an annual basis, the first set of expenses is what percent of the second set of expenses. So basically, we're going to take what we have, the expenses that we have, converted to years, and then place the first one over the second one. And that'll be our percentage. So we have Maria spends $24 on lottery tickets every week. So you saw where I messed up. So lottery tickets every week, and then $145 per month on food. So $25 lottery tickets every week or per week, and then $145 per month on food. So how we're gonna do this? We would take this 24. Let's look at I guess I call it lottery. For lottery, $24 times, we're doing weekly, so that's 52 weeks in a year. So that's 1248. Then we're looking at food. $145 times 12, because 12 months in a year. That is $1740. So now we place that 1248 over 1740, and that is going to be 0.7172. Multiply that by 100 to convert it to a percentage. And it's 71.7%. All right. Questions. And like I said, the next few of them, there are only 8 problems in the section, so the next 2 or 3 of them, maybe even 4 of them were just like this. You convert your expenses to years, then place one over the other, then multiply by 100 to convert it to a percentage.
So if we leave it as a decimal, it'll be marked as wrong.
Looking at what they add, yes, you need to convert to a percentage because of this right here.
Okay.
Yeah, so convert it to a percent. All right, questions. Concerns, comments.
Just ready to honestly start studying for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, yeah. Anybody else tripping? Anybody else? I mean, are we good, y'all? We good? Like.
So, as always, try the stuff out. See if you get stuck. See if you have any issues. And like I said, I had that midterm to you. Hopefully, you know, if I can get to it tonight, I'll do it tonight. So, but most definitely by midweek, you'll have it at your disposal, and you will be able to tally it whatever kind of questions you may have for Monday's class.
Yes.
Don't forget, Wednesday, I do need to see your video cameras open.
Yeah.
Need to see you guys. So, so got to get your hair done, get your backdrop straight, whatever you want to do. Make sure you go
You're talking
and
about
do
next
it.
Wednesday, right?
Next Wednesday. Yeah,
21st,
next Wednesday.
y'all.
Yep, 21st.
I'm not ready yet.
I know.
So y'all know,
I've
hmm?
had to get help with every freaking.
Okay. I mean, it's girl. You're doing math online. Like you're a
I
computer.
specifically chose this class because it was going to be in person. I saved this class for my last. These are my last 3 classes, and I saved them because I knew I was getting out the Navy. So I saved these classes
Right.
so that I could take them in person. And then
I know.
COVID happened, and now I'm dying.
I know. I know.
I'm
But it's
sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
It's not your fault.
I think we have a pretty good teacher, though, in my opinion, because, like I was saying, my last teacher, she didn't even want to teach a class because she was overwhelmed. And it's like, girl, me too. I just paid all this money. I'm like, I don't even want to do this right now. Like,
I have a teacher like that this semester.
yeah.
Say what
Sorry.
again, sir?
Teacher is old, so he doesn't really know how to do a whole bunch of he's really old actually. He's cool, but he doesn't know how to do this. So I'm like, can I see my results of my test? He's like, I don't really know how to. He grades everything by hand. He doesn't.
Right.
So we have to print his workout, do it by hand, and then scan it in for him. And then he makes us do everything. I'm like, you're the teacher, don't you? He's like, you should know this already. I'm like, no, I shouldn't.
Oh wow, who is this? This is another not who is this? I don't want to tell me his name, but what class is this?
It's a chemistry class.
Chemistry. Gotcha.
I'm sorry. I would report him. I'm sorry.
No, but I think he's like this with everyone. I read the reviews on
Really?
Rate My Professor. Yeah, but what I was saying is like he is not like up to time with
Right.
like,
Technology and stuff.
Yeah, with techno. So I'm like, can I see my paper so I can know what I'm doing wrong? It's the math portion that's driving me crazy. And he's like,
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to do that, but I'll get back. I'll get back.
How sad. He's probably stressed.
He did it. He put it in my car. I was like, somebody must have helped him out. Maybe one of his kids did something.
So crazy. This dude's crazy, though, for sure. I'm like, but I think it'll be good.
Yeah, with that being said, so that no names slip out on camera.
Okay.
Wednesday, I will see you again. We'll talk more about 4 and go from there.
Yes.
Okay,
All
then.
right.
Super excited.
All right, you should be.
Yeah, just to get this done. I mean, yeah, I just want to start studying for it because my hands are sweating. Right, Miss Gallup, girl, I'm tripping.
So you guys have a good one. I will see you on Wednesday. Y'all take care.
You
All
too,
right.
guys.
Do the same.
Have a good
All
day.
right. See you on Wednesday.
Bye, guys.
Wednesday.